Hey, everybody. For Friday's lesson, we're going to do a virtual field trip uh, to the Durand Eastman Park Arboretum. And this place might seem like a random place to go, but it's right next to where I grew up as a kid. And believe it or not, I have never been to the Arboretum. And I figured now's as good a time as any to go and explore the different flora that they have there. So, to give you a little point of reference, you guys obviously can see Medina here. You'd have to travel down 31 to pass Brockport, down 531 to the 490, and then to the 590. And it's this region right here in this town called Irondequoit, where I grew up, where Durand Eastman Park is. And this is actually my house right here. That's my elementary school, Colebrook, and Iroquois Middle School. And if you go right there, that's my parents' house. And you can see not many cornfields around there. I grew up in the suburbs there, but that's my parents' house. That's where the legend was made right there, kids. At any rate, go down here along Lake Ontario. This is Durand Eastman Park, and it's a Monroe County park. The land was donated by a guy named Dr. Durand, and George Eastman was instrumental in the park as well. George Eastman being the owner of Kodak. So these lakes here, Durand and the Eastman Lake, this is where the Arboretum is, just in this area right here, this location here. It was a beautiful day to go because the cherry trees are out, and you can see here with my grocery getter this nice looking cherry tree. And again, we're going into this area of the park, the Arboretum. Now, within the Arboretum, they actually have a place called the Pinetum, and this is a conifer arboretum, just cone-bearing, evergreen-type plants. These are the gymnosperms. Now, gymnosperms evolved before flowering plants. Gymnos means naked seeds, meaning there's no fruits in this area, on these types of plants. So these are your evergreens, your pines, your firs, your cedars. The coolest thing that we found was the pine cone of the Holford pine. And you can see this pine cone is about a foot long. It's humongous, and it's a cross. This species, or this variety, is a cross between a Mexican white pine and a Bhutan pine. Mexican white pine is obviously from Mexico, and Bhutan is a small country in the Himalayan mountains in southwestern China and India. So it's pretty cool looking pine cone there. So I thought I'd show you that. And something I learned, whenever you have the genus and the species name separated by an X, that means it's a hybrid species. And I never learned that until I started learning about the Holford pine. This is a Japanese cedar, Cryptomeria japonica. This means hidden parts. Crypto meaning hidden, mer meaning parts. This is a Japanese species of cedar. There was a Californian incense cedar. This is a beautiful looking tree. You can see the scales of the cedar trees here. Calocedrus means beautiful cedar. This guy is from California, the California region, and Oregon. This is a pretty cool looking tree as well. Cupressus nucatensis. Cupressus is the genus of cedars, and nucatensis refers to the Native Americans that lived on an island, Vancouver Island in British Columbia. This is Vancouver Island in British Columbia, and that's where that particular cedar is from. And here is a cool looking blue Atlas cedar. This species is from Morocco. So it's cool, an arboretum, arbor meaning trees. Arboretums are like museums for different species of trees, and they're all over the United States. Within the arboretum, besides the pinetum, there's also a place called the fruticetum, and this is a botanical garden containing only shrubs. Here we get to see some angiosperms. Angiosperms means vessel seeds. The vessel that they're referring to is the fruit. So we can see a cherry tree here. That's an angiosperm. It's a flowering plant. Now, the most ancient of the flowering plants are the magnolia trees. And these magnolia flowers here can be seen in the fruticetum. This particular species here is Magnolia stellata. Stella meaning stars. Stellata meaning multiple stars. Again, these guys, ancient organisms, they've evolved over 100 million years ago. Many botanists, people that study plants, they think that these were the first flowering plants. We also see this time of year the flowering buds of the cherry trees. And this genus, Prunus, includes your plums, your peaches, your almonds, and they're in the rose family, Rosaceae. This is a picture of some cherry blossoms. Now, this particular species here is the Yoshino cherry, Prunus akebono. And these are the same type of cherry trees that are around the Tidal Basin in Washington, D.C. That building there is the Jefferson Memorial. And these cherry trees were given as a gift. Approximately 3,000 cherry trees were given as a gift from Japan. The mayor of Tokyo, Yukio Ozaki, gave them to the United States in 1912. I'll leave you with a beautiful blossom from Magnolia stellata. I hope you guys have a great day.